Hi, I'm Christy Gibson, and I'm the Faculty Supervisor for In-House Counsel Field Placements. In-House Counsel Field Placements are a great way to gain real-world experience, build professional relationships with in-house attorneys, improve legal research, writing, and professional skills, and experience in-house legal work. These opportunities often provide one of the best law school experiences for students, as well as a structured and unique bridge to practice. Oftentimes, students in these opportunities might perform legal research, review and draft a variety of transactional documents, review and draft briefs, draft memoranda, participate in in-house meetings and stakeholder meetings, work with the business team, work on matters pertaining to entity governance, and a whole host of other opportunities. Sometimes students will do contract drafting, work on matters pertaining to intellectual property, work on freedom of information requests, work on materials pertaining to mergers and acquisitions, or do general transactional work. The subject matter and day-to-day experience for each in-house field placement varies widely. Some students have recently been at the following field placements: Central City Concern, Laird Superfoods, Inc., Oregon Public Broadcasting, Pacific Office Automation, the Port of Portland, SEIU 503, TriMat, the UO Athletics Compliance Office, the UO Office of the General Counsel, VACASA, Vestas American Wind Technology, Inc., and others. We have in-house counsel field placements in the Portland metro area and beyond. If you plan to participate in the Portland program, please contact Professor Minesh or Portland Program Managing Director Emily Warner for more information about Portland opportunities. You can also find more information about credit hour requirements and the academic component of field placements on My Law under the Registrar's tab. Now let's hear from a student who participated in a unique in-house counsel field placement opportunity.
Yeah, so I chose to pursue an in-house counsel field placement, just especially to get that real hands-on experience of things. Don't get me wrong, taking classes and participating in the classroom is good, and it does lay that necessary foundation for law students. However, that real-world experience is really what I was looking for, and really why I chose to do it in-house field placement, especially, with a passion in sports and things like that. So as far as the type of work I did in my field placement, I did a lot surrounding the name, image, and likeness, abbreviated to NIL for those of you who do not know, which is kind of new and has a lot of nuance within the NCAA and college sports. So throughout my role with this came things like reviewing contracts, because a lot of the players are, branding themselves and informing things with other companies and other vendors. So I reviewed a lot of contracts, making sure those all went by smoothly. And then with that also came contacting the student athletes if there was any discrepancies or anything that may have looked a little fishy, or just anything I wanted to get confirmation on, so that, they are complying with Senate Bill 5, which is what the Oregon legislature passed in regards to the name, image, and likeness. It also regarded contacting vendors, contacting the head of compliance as well. I worked closely with her through the systems and different programs, which was very cool. And then other stuff I did with that was eligibility waivers, just making sure, because students, athletes who transfer and things like that, sometimes they want to be immediately eligible. So that was a very cool experience, actually getting to write. And that transferred over like a lot of legal things I learned throughout law school, which was very cool. And then how participating in this field placement can help students connect the work we learned in the classroom to what we do in practice. I found this very useful within this field placement. It's all about the application. So you learn how to really apply those tools you are learning in the classroom to something, like I was saying earlier, real life, real hands-on, aside from the exam, because exam, you take the tools and you apply them on the exam, but here you're taking the tools you're learning in law school and applying them to actually real people with, that comes with pros and cons, obviously, but you want that experience. You don't want that first experience being when you're actually in the real world. You kind of want this in law school. I want to say I don't want to say trial and error, because obviously the real lives at stake, but trial and error. And then lastly, what I found valuable about the field placement was just it gave me a deeper look inside at exactly, like I said, what my passion was. So it gave me a deeper look inside of the industry and things like that, which is very cool. So I got to see kind of the behind the scenes of I got to gain knowledge of things I would not have got to gain but for taking this field placement.